China's southwestern city of Chengdu, famous for its precious pandas, traditional Chinese opera, and the food, not for the faint-hearted. Dishes come at you with fierceness and ferocity, spices attacking the senses.
The food of Chengdu is just so magical.
Jing Gao was born in Chengdu, but spent much of her childhood abroad, assimilating into other cultures and adopting the anglicized name of Jenny.
I became quite disconnected from my, identity.
That is, until she got a job in China and felt the pull of her roots.
I started to reconnect with my roots, and the key way that I was able to do that was actually through food. Exploring the different flavors of the regional cuisines in China.
Particularly in Sichuan province, she would study under a famous Sichuan chef and develop a passion for the cuisine.
Digging into it, I realized just how much depth there was, and how much these ingredients actually impact the flavor of dishes, because the same recipe can be made with different grades of the same exact ingredient and have drastically different results. I spent years sourcing ingredients, finding out, the differences in artisanal techniques and in coaxing flavor out of those ingredients.
After years of research, Jing eventually came up with what would be her signature product, Sichuan Chili Crisp, an all-natural kick of fiery pepper flakes and peppercorns, garlic, shallots, ginger, fermented black beans, and Sichuan rapeseed oil.
It's a little textured, there's a great mouthfeel, it's crispy, it's hot, it's savory, there's a little tingle from the Sichuan pepper, there's a lot of depth and umami from all of the layering of aromatics in it. It really complements anything from your eggs in the morning to, pizza, pasta, noodles, and dumplings, all the way to ice cream.
And from that, her company Fly by Jing was born. Fly, referring to Chengdu's popular hole-in-the-wall restaurants that attract customers like flies, and Jing, the name she was given at birth and through the rediscovering of her roots, then reclaimed.
Fly by Jing was kind of my ode or tribute to that.
That moniker soon became a household name.
Your products became the top-selling hot sauce on Amazon within 6 months of its launch. I mean, that is just incredible. Have you been surprised about that, or did you know, I guess, early on that this would be, people would have an appetite for this?
We already had a built-in audience of several thousand people who were our earliest supporters. I had gone through an incredibly challenging journey to bring this to life at scale.
Now, 3 years later, the products are launching in 3 popular American retailers: Whole Foods, Target, and Costco. It's not just big box retailers that are selling Fly by Jing products. In fact, they're also making their way to neighborhood markets like this in Washington, D.C.
Just bring something fresh to the neighborhood.
Jing's product guaranteed to spice up the shop.
It's gotten so popular that people come in, they're like, oh my gosh, I've seen this everywhere. I have to have it, or, they're like, I can't get enough of it. It's always in our fridge.
That's what Jing is hoping for, her seasoning serving as a catalyst for an appreciation of Chinese cuisine and all its rich complexity.
It doesn't have to be dirty, cheap, and unhealthy, which is, what has been the narrative for so long. We're creating space for conversations to exist and around flavor, around culture, and really, in essence, their people as well.
Frances Coe, CGTN, Washington.